definitely a lot of things basically in favor there for max packs, and a lot of things that kind of just went a bit away from DICE just because they played 2 times. Now this game we do have Skillous in the bottom right and Solar in the top left. Skillous, of course, StarCraft Blue War Protoss. What is he gonna do? He's gonna go in low ground wall for now. Now what is Solar gonna do? He could just do like a Baneling Bust. I feel like that should be undefendable, right? What are you gonna do? You don't have force fields. Like a Roach Ravager push. I guess Roach Ravager you can already have the Reaver shuttle, so you can probably defend that. But a Baneling Bust, how are you gonna hold that one? Zealots? Dragoons? Dragoons don't kill Banelings. Cannons? Cannons can't chase them. Scouts. Oh, yeah, I think it's the scout opening. Oh, of course. I think it's the scout opening that you need to do. So scouts are actually pretty decent against Banes. Yeah, Solar is a really cool guy. When I was in my first event as an observer, I did also do a lot of odd jobs. I did help out. I was an intern at the time at Take TV. And it was a Homestead Cup, oh god, 16, 15, 14, somewhere around there. And I'm pretty sure it was the first Homestead Cup for Legacy of the Void. And it was already... we did do the Penthouse party at that time, before the Homestead Cup. So, that was like my first event as an observer, and then the Homestead Cup was the first offline event. And I also did drive all the Koreans from the airport to the venue. So that was crazy, like 12-hour observing plus driving in the morning on the first day. That was insane. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. And we had like 8 Koreans that event. I remember that still. And Solar is one of the guys who can actually talk English, so he did do help a lot with translations and stuff. But yeah, he was there as well. Let me think. I think we had Stats TY, Solar come in. I wanna say Cure was also there. Oh man, who else was there? Rogue was there. Pretty sure he was there. Zest, I think. And it might have been Patience or something. Can't remember. We did so many Homestead Cups. Oh, there you go, man. Double starboard. Look at that. So it's really good. Apparently he lived in Swiss for a while. That's why his English is so good. Like as a child. He did... I think maybe a year or 2 years he lived in Swiss, so he had a lot of English practice there. I'm not sure if he went to school there or something, but yeah, might have. He just said that he did that. His English is really good, and that's where it comes from. Now this is double scout. So what's so good about Scout, right? Scout cheese, you think? No, actually, Scout is the correct opening against a Zerg, because you don't die to Link Floods with this. And they made the Scouts cheaper, and they made them also stronger. So they actually deal 10 damage against light with 2 attacks, so 20 damage per shot, which will be reduced 2 times per armor, but against a no armor unit, of course they do full damage. That means they do 2-shot Lings, they do 2-shot Banelings, they do 2-shot drones if they don't get the regen in. So if you have 2 scouts, you can come in and one-shot everything. They don't have the fastest rate of firing. 1.12 is definitely on the slower end of things. Even the Zealot hits faster. The Dragoon is a little bit slower, but yeah. They're not the fastest unit to shoot, but if you have like 4 scouts, you have a lot of firepower. It's actually insane, and you can instantly kill overlords. So now he's gonna move out. He could just kill these lings, so he's gonna show them here. He's gonna hit the lings. As you can see, they're pretty handy in dealing with those. So this is basically your anti-Veiling Bust tool here, or Link Flood tool. This is the reason why Link Floods don't work against this one anymore. You definitely want to get those overlords here. He's gonna get the first one. Look at that. They're so fast in killing those. They don't deal that damage against the queens though, because the queens are not light units. So they only deal, what, 6 damage, I think? Times 2, that's 12. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not near close to the 20, right? The 12 against 20, 18 damage less. Quite a bit there reduced. But look at how fast they can kill drones. One scout, though, is gonna fall here very soon if you're not careful. I still kind of need to see that full scout cheese, right? So he made 6 scouts. He's still making scouts, actually. I want to see that scout speed cheese with +1 attack. Or maybe you even get armor, I'm not sure. That would even be crazy. Is he gonna throw down spores? I don't think so. I think queens are gonna be fine. Queens are actually really good in dealing with scouts because the scouts just can't kill them. No, +1 is probably better on attack because you get the double damage, right? From the 2 shots. Oh, he's gonna lose 1 scout now. Boom, one's gonna pop here. He's gonna try to get that queen. There's no transfuse. He gets 1. Can he snowball this? Maybe. If he focuses the queen on the left, I think he could. He's not really focus firing here. He's gonna lose almost a second scout. There's gonna be a Hydra here. Second scout is gonna go down. A couple spores have been made, indeed. And ooh, what the F? There we go. So there's the move out here. 2 more scouts joining. He's just making scout gateway army right now here. Mass Zealot coming in. Scout Zealot. Attaboy. Yo, Mighty Bone. I'm just gonna... I don't know if that might have been Firefox causing the issue here. Running into spawn. Not a great way to start this fight though. Okay, give me a second. I don't know what's going on. I have seen the mod kind of lag a little bit from time to time, but not like this. Not sure. Okay, let's go back into this one. Now Hydras might just be a little bit too good here. Hydra Roach. He's gonna lose all of this attacking force, and honestly I think he might just GG after this. Everything's falling apart here for Skillous. Just doesn't look great. He's kind of overwhelming though with these zealots, but how long is that gonna last? I don't think much more, because more and more units are rallying here out for solar. If we can get a few more roaches out, splitting those hydras, he has more hydras under those balloons, firing away as well. 2 more zealots remain, 1 scout as a zealot, not gonna do the trick here. Could kill the overlord, he can kill some drones. Doesn't get really anything, he's just gonna run away with the scout, and yeah, things are not looking good for Skillous opening. He doesn't have a 3rd base, he doesn't have a transition behind this, he doesn't have a Templar tech already done or something. He only has zealot legs, that's all he has. I don't think... yeah, he got +1. He has +2 armor, or sorry, +1 armor on the way, so it's something. It's not like he has literally 0, but this is almost 0. He's gonna try again, go for that 4th base, but that's where you see how desperate this is already. This is EVO mod. Mighty Bone. Mr. What? Emil? What are you doing, bro? Yeah, you haven't played EVO yet, Emil? I hope you're well, though. I see your Twitter from time to time. Okay, so, yeah. Scouts here are still in the game. I guess he stopped making them for now, and he's going into goon range. He's trying to transition out of this. Templar Archives on the way here now. These 3 scouts, can they kind of hold the line? Because surely those 20 zealots are not gonna do it. Not against this. And especially if we see like 1 lurker or 1 baneling in the mix. EVO does actually have a PDR right now. This is not the PDR It's the old. I'm not sure, sorry, if you actually did ask for the EVO PDR. But yeah, it's not the EVO PDR. This is the live PTR, live EVO patch right now. And the PTR one is only the Masters tournament. This is the Invitational. Yeah, we do have the Zealots trying to engage in this, but as you can see, yeah, not near close. It's just Morphin X, and there we go. Solar does take the first map. So yeah, sorry, Emil. It's not the PDR for EVO. And MW, yes, they are doing a PTR patch right now because they have a few tournaments that are running right now, which they don't want to mess with in the middle of the competition, which is the SEL Invitational Season 3 from the Ladder Invitational, which is what we're looking right now at. And they waited until the group stages are over. I think they're gonna release the PTR patch on the 20th. And I think the Uthermal 2 and 2 Cup, right? That's also one of the reasons why they delayed the release of the PTR. I'm not exactly sure if it will overlap with something there, but yeah. But yeah, you're right. Just realized it's a mod after asking. Yeah, so it's a mod, but it still has a PDR, so it's funny. Yeah, I want to see more PDR games, but I'm just not getting any replays, I guess. I want to see more games from the 6 worker start. And for now, I'm gonna settle for EVO. I'm gonna wait until the first few tournaments are gonna be there with the actual live patch. I'm curious to see what they actually do change in live. As much as I want to see more games on PDR, right, on the worker start and openings and stuff, I also don't think they will one-on-one do all of the changes that they're currently having on the PTR. So I think there's going to be some adjustments. It's not going to be the worker change, but something is going to change, I think, for the balance, which they are implementing right now. I didn't actually check, but the notes which I read is like all kind of classes have like an auto attack right now, most of them at least. The Disruptor has one, the Infestor has one. It's like crazy, right? Everybody's in a Templar right now. I wish they would have removed the Templar, High Templar auto attack. Okay, so Solar did win the first game, right? There we go. Oh, Emil was because of the lag. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, man, bro. And at the bottom right, it's Skillous, and in the top left is Solar. Can Skillous StarCraft 2 bro him? Okay, yeah, Emil, of course, was the meme. It's been a while. It's been years. I mean, he retired, quote unquote, as well, right? He does do stream like very from time to time, but not that much more anymore. I think he's working at Twitch support these days in England. In London, pretty sure. Or somewhere around there. But yeah, Emil, it's so funny. He did quit Twitch, but I still saw him like stream every, I don't know, like he did do a stream like this year or something. Not sure what it was. Oh wait, he did quit Twitch? Like the job thing? Okay, I didn't know that. Need to talk to him. I wonder what he's doing now. How's the mod received? I think pretty well, but not that popular. So it was a lot of popularity at once, at the start, at the beginning kind of, because it was actually really well thought out already. And I think it's a good mod. But one issue I see with this is, of course, in addition to the engine problem for the Brood War players, that there's actually now a lot of changes to the Brood War races. So it's not really Brood War anymore, if you know what I mean. It's still Brood War, but it's different. It's like patched Brood War, right? So there you go. So they're like changing the Brood War races to not mess with the StarCraft 2 races. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, because most players are gonna be from the StarCraft 2 engine, which are gonna play this game. You rarely see someone who's coming from Brood War to play this. And those are mostly invited players for like a tournament or something, and then just go back to their old Brood War. Okay. He did quit Twitch, okay. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him in a longer time. I wonder what he's doing now. Now, this is a full wall. Okay, so he cancels the drone here. Creep Colony is actually gonna finish. Sunken Colony is gonna... Yeah, I wonder... The EVO doesn't need to be there, does it? I guess maybe. Not sure. Hydralisk then is gonna finish up. The funny thing is, with Zerg in Brood War, you can potentially make these walls. You can either kill the EVO chamber later or the Sunken, or you can just make a Nidus to hop over permanently. So you can always have a full wall. It's a little bit funny, but yeah. So he will kill the Sunken Colony now. So he wants to keep the EVO. Yeah, Bly, I wonder what he's doing these days, but I have seen him play from time to time. Sometimes he's invited, sometimes he actually signs up for a cup here and there. But he doesn't really play a lot these days anymore. He used to be in every cup, like crazy grinder. It's great to see that he's still well up. I feel like the new patch with the worker count reducement should be incredibly powerful for someone like Bly. A very cheesy, aggressive, super aggressive Zerg player. With like a lower drone count in the beginning and lower worker count for everybody. And with proxies and shit, should be so powerful. A style like that. Okay, let's check out this game here. We do have the lair coming up. And the spire behind this, we're gonna double check very soon if this was scouted. And no EVO chamber upgrade yet. The spire hasn't been seen. I wonder if the EVO does kind of wiggle while it upgrades. Not sure. And why spire? Because in this mod, mutas have more range. And it's not a little bit, it's actually a lot. You also do have Scourge, so you can kind of sometimes get a lucky hit. But yeah, basically mutas in StarCraft 2 have 3 range. Mutas in StarCraft Brood War, in this Brood War race, have 5 range. The big issue is Skillous is gonna push now with a bunch of Blinkstalkers. And Solar is trying to sit there, make mutas. He has a few Hydras, but Hydras are not gonna win against the Blinkstalkers. He needs that Link Force, the Link Flood to come in. But he's waiting for the mutas right now. He's banking the money, so he makes 9 mutas. And he's gotta sacrifice this 3rd base. He's thinking about opening the rocks. Maybe he's gonna poke at this. If he can snipe the sentry, yeah, that's a good one here, definitely. You don't want to have that Guardian Shield to fight once your mutas are hatched in here. So he makes only links at this base and tries to rally them away. He doesn't really get them out. And the mutas are all in the other bases. So now he wants to jump on this, wants to commit. Skillous hasn't seen them until now. Oh, now he sees the flapping. There we go, so now the commitment starts. Doesn't really have a lot of link support here, but those links do pack a punch. The mutas are gonna snipe the War Prism, but they will get focused down by the Stalkers as well. Here, Blinkstalkers pretty decent against kind of everything, as they should be. The Hydras are not dealing that much damage, but in the end, Solar might just be able to hold this, but it's a very expensive trade here for both players. I feel though, as the muta player, you're looking to be aggressive, you're looking to have the map control with these, you're looking to force your opponent into a defensive stance, and losing mutas on your side of the map is just not it. It's not how it's supposed to be. And in all in all here, this is a W for Skillous, being able to reduce the muta count already by 7 here across the map. So really well done from our not Russian Protoss anymore. Alright, so now he's fighting a lot of the links, but since the links are gone, mutas has started to fall again here. He's trying to snipe the Prism again, but a blink forward is going to commit so much to these mutas. He will snipe all of them, and Skillous is going to take the second map here. Wow, very well executed. I feel like Solar just ran into a wrong build. So a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors happening here in this game. And yeah, Skillous had the correct strategy choice for his opponent. I wonder if he read it was meters just without seeing the spire, just from the gas count and whatnot, and like how low hydro production was there. Not sure what tipped him off, but he definitely had the correct way to play against this style and just hit it before it's ready. And there we go. Perfectly done. If Solar has like a bunch of links already ready and then gets into the mutas, that's a different story, right? You can fight Ling muta, but he fought Hydra muta, and the big issue is the links are there to get in the face, and if they're not close enough, so the stalkers target them automatically, and especially the behind stalkers target them automatically, then it's gonna shift into Hydra and muta. But I think he had Hydra range, so the Hydras are a little bit further away, the mutas a little bit closer, so a lot of auto shot went onto the mutas. So much damage that got distributed to the units that you want to keep alive. And yeah, it just was the perfect way to play against this here. Not enough units there, not the correct army measurement for Solar in that last game. Skillous taking that one. And we are here on a 3-player map. Nexus First is the name of the game here for our brutal Protoss. And that Overlord is gonna find out about this very fast. So what's Solar's answer gonna be? I can see a Ravager Rush. You can kind of win with a Ravager Rush against this. Why is that, you ask? Because it's very simple. You can try to go into scouts, but they just don't kill them fast enough, so you kind of need a robo. But that robo, you need to find out about it, and if it's just too late, like Solar's gonna have this information just so fast, he can probably make that rush happen before there's gonna be a robo ready with a Reaver. If he wants to, of course. I'm not saying he needs to. He can just take a third base, which it seems like that's gonna be the answer for him. He's gonna take a base before the queens, right? So what you're doing with this is look at the money right now. He's not gonna have to double queen immediately. He's gonna start the first one, and he's gonna start the second one. So the queens are a tiny bit delayed here. But yeah, very quick third base. You could have even skipped the queens entirely and go into fourth base, like super greedy. I feel like that's something you can do with this. But yeah, he just took the hatchery before the queens, which usually is the other way around. The queens first, then hatchery. So it's a slight speed up on his build order there. Dragoon on the way here. And we do see a Stargate again. Oh god, smelly windbreaker, G. Yo, you are very smelly, bro. Citadel of Adun and Forge on the way here. 1 second, we're gonna deal with this here very soon. Ling is gonna test the entrance, but the Zealot is there. Okay. I wonder if you cancel the Stargate, if there's like a point at of no return. Like, oh yeah, there's no Link Flood coming, is there? No Bending Never Rust coming, is there? Okay, so he does get the Scout, of course. AI viewers, they're gonna hype the chat. Yeah, like AI viewers, right? It's not view bots, it's AI viewers now. So they're gonna hype the chat, actually, right? That's what they should do, right? They're AI viewers, no? I haven't tested them yet, and I don't think I will ever do, but that's what they should do, no? You're gonna have like the craziest chat AI dudes. So fucking terrible. Slop everywhere. It's like the biggest waste, right, of human resources. AI chatbots in a Twitch chat. Can it get even more ridiculous than that? Like, do you have any idea to make a thing that's more wasteful than this? Is there anything that comes to mind? For me, not really, I have to say. So much about energy saving and whatnot, right? And then, all right, let's put up I don't know, one power plant of energy production to serve all of the AI viewbot customers that want to boost their Twitch numbers to generate commercial income for themselves. It's like super crazy. Such a messy system. Okay, that's a really good scout here. Solar gets in with the links. He sees most of these gateways. Doesn't see the forge and the thing in the back, but he kind of knows. It's just a lot of gates, a lot of zealots. Looks kind of like the same thing from earlier, right? But this time it's not a double Stargate, it's a one Stargate, and it's just gonna be heavy zealot production. And it should have a transition into Templar Archive very soon here. He's actually posturing for a third base. He's gonna take that one. It's just a zealot pressure with these 7 gates? 8 gates. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what he's gonna do with this. He's gonna run into roaches, and he's just not gonna do that much. It's gonna be Goon Range first. I wish he would have gone into the Templar Archives first, honestly, and then into Goon Range. I don't think you need that for your 2 Dragoons right now. He's making a few more, but that's something that should be a priority here. Get out that AoE if you're gonna go into another base. Get that out, get that against the links, against the roaches. Because Storm is such a powerful thing to have here. 110 damage or something. That's almost a roach killed. And if they run in 2 storms, that's a freaking death penalty. 1 storm at a zealot hit is a death penalty. That probe wants to be a Dragoon. It has the range. Now there is the big attack coming in here. Scout is scouting everything. Has 3 kills, fighting a queen at the moment. There's the roach push here. Try and come in. No. Oh my god, he's trying to fortify the 3rd base, but Solar's just going into the natural, so all of these shield batteries are literally gone, not going to do anything. Zealots are walking back right now. Not enough goons here to try and hold this. Goon range denied. That's what I wanted to see, that Templar Archives, even DTs, could have been on the table here. Let's have a quick look if there's actually a lair. There is a lair, so you can make those. But you still had that scout, right? You could have zoned that perfectly, because there's nothing that shoots up. So I'm not really sure if Skillous is kind of realizing that there was a possibility for him to just have DTs wreck his face, or wreck face with his army, because there's nothing that shoots up. Force his opponent to get something, you know, against air. But yeah, unfortunately he doesn't, and now he kind of has to pull the probes, and I think Solar's just gonna kill him with this roach harvest bush. But yeah, now that I thought about it, you basically, I guess how you want to defend this is you can just make scouts, like 3-4 scouts, and then you just go into DTs. And what are you gonna do? Like if he makes, I don't know, 60 Ts, he's gonna kill so many roaches before they can do anything. DT Zealot, if he has that at home. The scouts are just gonna focus down every overseer that's gonna come in like crazy, because they deal so much burst damage. And then you just need to finish off queens if they try to drop them. But that's something we do with Oracle Zealot anyways, right? As Protoss. I think if you just execute it correctly, that's how you should probably defend against that. And you cannot drop. Like if you snipe the Overseer, you cannot drop because the DTs are there. If you have the Overseer and drop then, I guess, well, yeah, of course. But if you then don't drop though, because